I just wanna go where you go tonight. Baby, hold my hand, take me one more time. I don't wanna be without you again. I want you to stay, cause it feels so great. Bye, bye, see you good, come back, eat it. I think about you, what can I do? I wanna know if you think of me too. Baby, come over, let me kiss you.
All right, so NXT is over, and they did announce some matches and alluded to others. Hello, Hiram. We're gonna go into Jonelle Jackson. Hi. Okay. So, if you didn't watch NXT, highly recommend it. Very, very good show. Fun to watch. It was absolutely fantastic from beginning to end. Storylines have been set in place. We know who's going up against Karrion Kross at NXT In Your House, which I believe is supposed to be in, what is that, July? Is it June?
The week after next.
So in a few weeks.
It's the week before Hell in a Cell.
It's the week before or the week of?
The week before. It's the 13th.
Okay. Hello, Tavion. Hold on, I'll put your comment up there. Hola. We're going to talk about it as soon as I get some of these graphics uploaded. Child, I am not prepared. I never am. Get used to it. If you're new and you're watching this in the playback, get used to it, okay? Because usually I have my graphics set, but sometimes I don't. So let's just talk about what happened on NXT today. Give me a quick commercial. Everybody can come in. Give everybody time to come in. Give me a quick commercial and I shall return.
I just wanna go where you go tonight. Baby, hold my hand, take me one more time. I don't wanna be without you again. I want you to stay, cause it feels so great. Bye, bye, see you good, come back, eat it. I think about you, what can I do? I wanna know if you think of me too. Baby, come over, let me kiss you. I just wanna go where you go tonight. Baby, hold my hand, take me one more time. I don't wanna be without you again. I want you to stay, cause it feels so great.
Alrighty. Did I not say your name right? Well, how do you say your name? Oh, I did. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I said your name right. I didn't know people could get that wrong. It seemed very obvious to me. But whatever. So, NXT is over. So, let's get into the show. Shall we, ladies and gents? Okay. First things out the gate. What they did was they gave us the big match right out the gate. No chaser, no Vaseline. Okay. It was all fighting. Pete Dunne versus Gargano versus, what's his face? Kyle O'Reilly. Okay. And it was a damn good match, actually. Until y'all have to, let me take her off. It was a damn good match until everyone got their asses handed to them by none other than Adam Cole. So Adam Cole was not happy that he was not included in this little championship scramble. And that caused a lot of beef backstage. Okay. More specifically, Adam Cole wasn't having it. He was like, I was champion. I was one of the most dominant champions in NXT history, which he is factual about that. That much is true. He was very, very upset, very angry, and he even went so hard as to make a point of attacking each competitor that was competing for this opportunity to go up against Karrion Kross at NXT in your house in a few weeks. So Adam Cole then waited until later on in the night and went back out and then decided to berate the crowd, berate everybody in the back, including Regal, and Karrion Kross himself. Called him out, and when Karrion Kross came out, Karrion Kross said his piece. Cole stripped him down to his bare knuckles verbally, and then Karrion got sick of the bullshit in the grandstanding. Regal came out there and was like, I know what you're doing, Cole. We're not having that. And Kross shut that shit down too. Karrion Kross made it very clear that he feared no one, okay? Made that very clear. And he said, I want everybody. So at NXT in your house, it is going to be Adam Cole, Pete Dunne, Johnny Gargano, and Kyle O'Reilly all challenging Karrion Kross at one time for the NXT Championship in a fatal five-way. Now, I haven't seen a fatal five-way in a very long time, and this was pure genius in my opinion. You have here the top 5 superstars of NXT. Some new, some old, but for the most part, all of these guys have been integral into the fiber of NXT. Karrion is the only newbie, and he has the number 1 prize of the show. So, who you got? Is it going to be Adam Cole, one of the most dominant and the longest reigning NXT champion in NXT history? Is it going to be Pete Dunne, the longest NXT UK champion in NXT history? Is it going to be Johnny Gargano? Isn't he like a 2-time NXT champion? 2-time, what is it? 2-time, what's the belt? North American champion. And he was a former NXT tag team champion. Gargano has held every single title that NXT has to offer for the men. He's had them all. And I believe he's the only Triple Crown or Grand Slam champion in NXT for NXT specifically. And Kyle O'Reilly in his own right is also a very much champion guy. He's had multiple tag team championship runs with Mr. What's his face? What's that dude? Bobby Fish. Multiple championship runs with Bobby Fish. So, let me get some of y'all questions up here. Scarlett was ready to fight tonight. Of course she was, seeing as how Adam Cole threw water, soda, or something on the girl. So it wasn't exactly the highlight of Miss Scarlett's life, but it looked like she wanted to back it down from nobody, which is refreshing because a lot of girls, the girls Bobby Lashley be bringing up there, they scream the moment a man come in the ring, honey. So it was refreshing to see a girl not ready to go fight. She was ready to get out, okay? So good for Scarlett. Now, the rest of NXT was pretty cool. It wasn't nothing bad about NXT. Like I said, it was very much a really solid show. Y'all hold on 1 second. 1 second. The stuff is acting up, y'all. Jamarian says you got Pete Dunne for the win. Oh, that's interesting. He's an interesting choice. I don't know if I would pick Pete Dunne. but I can understand it. Yeah, no. So, anywhoosies, let me get this file uploaded, and then I will be out y'all hair. Seeing as how only a couple of y'all want to listen to my voice. So, I'm going to go ahead and upload these, and then we'll be finished. All right. So, anyways, moving on to the rest of NXT, you had Ember Moon calling out Raquel Gonzalez. Now, apparently, Raquel attacked Ember. I didn't get to watch NXT last week, so I'm assuming it was something that happened from last week when they had a match. Mm-hmm. They got attacked, and Shotzi got taken out. It seems like Shotzi is really injured because tonight, and they had no mention of Shotzi for the near future, which is it's interesting, but that doesn't mean that she's down and out or she won't be coming back. I'm just speculating from my own, intuition. Now, Miss Shotzi got injured last week, and of course, Ember was not having it. She came out there and called out. Raquel. Raquel came down there. They got into a scuffle, and then Miss Little Sitting Muscle, Dakota, attacked Ember from behind and took her out. So Ember, of course, still was not having that. Okay, Ember, of course, they probably a work injury, of course. Ember was in the back and was being interviewed, and she made it clear that she was not done with Raquel Gonzalez. And they alluded to the fact that Ember is probably going to be the one that she competes against at in your NXT in your house for the NXT Women's Championship. Now, hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let me get sure everybody in the group can come in because I don't have everything up. I am not organized today at all. Anyways, so it seems like they're going to have a match with Ember going up against Raquel at NXT in your house. But next week it's going to be Ember versus Dakota Kai, and she's going to take care of Dakota, I guess, to get rid of her the same way Mercedes did when she went up against Raquel. And then they're going to have their match that following week at NXT in your house. Now, that was all done and well and done. And they then had a match with Jake Atlas and LA Knight. I love LA Knight. I think LA Knight is a great callback to old school wrestlers who love to talk and talked all the time or too much. And then they could back up what they said in the ring. I like the way he looks. I just like LA Knight. So he went up against Jake Atlas. And Jake Atlas picked up the W over LA Knight. And of course, LA Knight was highly upset due to the fact that Ted DiBiase was out there. And because I haven't watched NXT enough to understand what Ted DiBiase's correlation is with LA Knight, it seemed like Ted DiBiase was going to back LA Knight, but because he lost to Jake Atlas tonight, that was null and void. That was revoked. So everybody, was in their feelings. And of course, Cameron Grimes came out there and was talking to Ted DiBiase. And now, I guess not Jake Atlas, but I guess LA Knight is upset with Grimes. So he's going to have a match with Cameron Grimes at NXT in your house. So NXT in your house is shaping up very well for those of us who are going to watch it. Now, let me see some of these comments. Hello, am I late? I did a skincare routine for the first time. Super tired. No, you're not really late. We're just going over NXT UK. Well, NXT, sorry. I'm excited for Mercedes and Xia Li's feud. I'm getting to that. They asking about how I remember I was homework. Anywhoosies. So anyway, we have the final. Oh, what else happened tonight? Oh, Indy and Candice had a match with Zeta and Zoe Starks. It was a decent match. It was a nice palate cleanser to what we were watching. I don't know where Candice gets her wings from, but these wings that Candice had on today was
Flash.
I don't understand it. I can't really explain it. Like Candice's wings look like a messed up umbrella. Like you've ever seen an umbrella that done got beat up and kicked and stomped? That's what her wings look like today. And I was just like, why can't you just go on Etsy and buy a bunch of wings? They sell them. And some of them are massive and they look amazing. They have pixie wings. They have massive angel wings. They have demon wings. Like, if you want to be the dark poison pixie, like, embody that fully and stop being cheap. I can't with you, Candice. I have tried so hard. I have tried so hard with you, and you just keep you keep disappointing me. Candice, do better, baby. Do better. Now, they did win up against Zeta and Zoe today. It was an easy W for them. Now, Xia Li and Mercedes both cut promos as well, explaining what they're going to accomplish at NXT TakeOver in Your House. They plan on facing each other. Mercedes is like, I'm going to go through you because you're in my way. Xia Li is like, I need to end you because you are an integral part of the reason why I've gone through all this. You know what I'm saying? I'm curious to see how that works out. Mercedes was marked by Tian Sha and Co. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works out. It looks like an umbrella that has been in the attic for years. Child, I see the wings now. These bitches look homemade. Don, I'm telling you, they look like an umbrella that's been stomped on, beat up, and then just stretched across the bottom. Them wings are terrible. I don't understand. Candice, just go to Etsy and search demon wings. They got so many different wings. They got pixie wings, all kind of shit. How's she gonna do the half wigs? Ooh, don't do Zeta. Don't do Zeta. Don't do her like that. That's what they look like. I'm telling you. See what I'm saying? Like, girl. Anywhoosies. So, moving on to the main event of the night, which was the tag team championship. This nigga said, shopping on Wish. I can't. Hi, Mosh. So, basically, we had it was just so chaotic. This whole show, William Regal had no control over his superstars whatsoever. Everybody was out of line. Everybody was disrespectful to William, from Adam Cole to Karrion Kross to Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai to everybody was like, fuck you, William, I'm gonna do what I want. That's how the show pretty much went. Wasn't nobody listening. Nobody wanted to hear what William Regal had to say. It was just, it's time to start some shit. Now, Hit Row had a little interaction with Killian Dane, Drake Maverick, and Everrise were out there. And we got to move the Dream Girl Talk to Friday or another day if you're going live before Friday. I will go live Thursday on here and we can talk about it then if that's what you want to do. That give you plenty of time to come up with all that good stuff. No, I'm not going to be on here long. Got a few more minutes and then I'll be out. few more minutes and then I'll be done. Because I was supposed to be done at 10:30, but I had a little hiccup. So, anyways, you had that going on. Now, did I miss anything? You had Hit Row going up against, not going up against, they were outside. They had an interaction with Drake Maverick, Everrise, and Killian Dane. Basically, Everrise and Drake Maverick were having a conversation. Hit Row rose up like Suge Knight and Death Row in their car. They get out, and they pretty much are talking shit to Drake Maverick, just being basic bullies. And Drake Maverick stood up for himself against Swerve. He thought it was funny that he called him a clown. Swerve felt like he should have had his feelings hurt, but he didn't. And so the whole thing was a back and forth. Killian Dane got involved, and AJ Francis and everybody stepped up. And, well, it looks like they're going to have some type of fight next week. It probably will be Drake Maverick versus Swerve Scott. And Hit Row is going to be in tow. So, guess we'll just have to wait and see how that goes down with Miss Brianna and AJ Francis and Adonis. I refuse to call them by the names they came up with because I feel like they could have just kept their fucking names. Okay? The names they had were already patented by WWE, so I didn't understand why they had to be called B-Fab and what's the other nigga name? I don't know. I don't understand that. I feel like y'all could just go by Brianna, AJ Francis, and Ashanti Adonis. I don't understand why you got to why you got to change your name, but whatever. So that's probably going to happen next week, along with Ember and Dakota's match next week. Now, here is where the fun came in. MSK had a title match with Legado del Fantasma, and it was amazing. Oh, let me tell you, I forgot a match. First of all, Christian Casanova debuted today. His name is Carmelo Hayes in NXT. And oh my God, was he great. He was perfect. He was amazing. He was so good tonight. I was thoroughly impressed. Even though he lost, he put on a great show with Kushida. He had a title match with Kushida tonight. Kushida had an open challenge. Carmelo is the one who answered, and he performed beautifully. He had a minor botch in the beginning with Kushida, but they ended up recovering and putting on a very good match. Very good match. Some bouts where it looked like Carmelo could have taken that title from Kushida, but all in all, it was a very good showing for Carmelo Hayes, and I'm happy that he's there and they gave him that spotlight in time because, man, is he damn good. He is very good, okay? That match was fun to watch. I love that match. Now, let's get back to the nitty-gritty, all right? Let's get back to the mess. The tag team championships. Okay, Thursday Works, cool. That was a hell of a fight performance. The tag team championships were defended by MSK against Legado del Fantasma. This match was fire. It was fire. It was so good. Legado del Fantasma is an underrated tag team, and they took MSK to task today. No matter if you're thinking about the underhand tactics that Escobar pulled out towards the end, for the most part, they kept up with MSK, and they were dominating in certain matches. Certain parts of the match. It was a 50-50 matchup between the two teams. They had their time to take over, as did MSK. It was high flying. It was hard hitting. It was a big ball of everything, and I loved it. And here is where the shit hit the fan, because Escobar got involved, and he took a smack from the thick boy, Bronson Reed. And when I say it was a smack, homie got squished, slammed, smashed, okay? Smashed. and it was epic, and I loved it. Okay? It was bomb. Okay? To neutralize Escobar, Bronson came out there. So I'm thinking in 2 weeks, we're going to see Bronson Reed versus Legado del Fantasma, for the North American Championship. Mark my words. And Legado del Fantasma ended up losing their title shot, not to mention Grizzled Young Veterans and Thatcher and Ciampa came out there. So it's a lot going on in this tag team division right now. Oh, NXT was great. It was so good. It was simple. It was fun. And it wasn't a lot going on to the point where you couldn't understand. It just was simple matchups, easy matches, really good stories being told. They're still telling the story of Indy and Dexter. They're still telling that story. And Dexter was crying today. Indy was listening to 80s ballads before her match with Candace, and Dexter was sitting up there listening to her 80s music and crying. So maybe Dexter and Indy Hartwell will get back together. I don't fucking know, nor do I care. It's funny. I like the giggles that it gives me because it makes Candace mad and it's funny. Other than that, I don't care. So that was NXT. Let's see what Rico said. I wanted Legado del Fantasma to win the titles at TakeOver. They may run that match back at TakeOver because it was very good. But I don't know if they're going to end up dropping into that. More than likely, MSK is probably going to drop those titles to Grizzled Young Veterans. I think, but you never know. All right, so I forgot how tall Thatcher is. Yes, Thatcher is a big guy. Poor Dexter. Hello, Jay. All right, so I'm going to be on here for another 15 minutes. So if you guys got anything that you want me to talk about for the next 15 minutes, run it down so we can get it done. Okay? No questions? No conversations? I left my knee brace at my friend's place, and now my knee is just going to be unsupported. Oh, I decided to cut open. What did you cut open? Frankie was looking good tonight with her dog. Frankie always looks nice. I'll give Frankie that. Miss Dakota looked great as always. Okay. Yep, sitting muscle looked wonderful. Beautiful. And redid it? You redid it? Were you not satisfied with the pack, how you made it? Frankie got personal makeup artists, of course. How were the women's matches? The women's matches were great. Well, there wasn't a lot of women's matches. So if I can recall watching NXT, there was only one. Two. There was the NXT Women's Championship. No, it was one. The NXT Women's Champions, Tag Team Women's Champions defended their titles. There was no other match on the card tonight. There was only one. Which is unfortunate, but I do kind of understand that they were trying to start setting up the other feuds for the men's title. They did set up Dakota, so it wasn't like there were no other women featured on the show. They did have women show up and be featured on the show. Xia Li and Mercedes got their stuff set. They got the Raquel and Dakota stuff set. So even though it was one women's match, the women were still seen. Okay. All right. Surprising, it was only one women's match tonight. Ember Moon is going to kick Dakota's ass next week in Raquel Sunday. I don't think she's going to beat Raquel Sunday, but if you could keep hope alive, keep hope alive. And it was still good. It was still good with one women's match, but it's still focused on building the other, building up the other women. So I left the card out last time, so I redid it to put everything in it. Okay. The women's tonight had a lot of segments. They had more segments than they did matches, but that was pretty even keel for me. I was okay with that. Do you think Cameron versus Knight will lead to $1 million man managing one of them? I don't know, darling. Honestly, would I care if Ted DiBiase managed them? Cameron doesn't need to be managed by Ted DiBiase, and quite frankly, neither does LA Knight. They don't need to be managed by him. But if they want to, I can understand why. But for me, I wouldn't use him in that way. So Tony versus Zoe is done. You know, I don't know. It seems like Tony wasn't featured tonight. And Zoe had a match with Zeta as a tag team tonight. It appears as though that is over. So one can only assume that they've moved on from there. All right. Ember and Raquel scrapped, though. That was good. Yes, they did. They did. Yes, that was their final match. Don believes that's their final match. Let's talk about Ember's hair. Ember's hair was finally blended. She finally found a texture that works for her hair. And it didn't look like it wasn't her hair or couldn't be her hair. It was nice, it was thick, and it looked like her hair. And I was happy that she finally got the right texture, the right color, and it looked decent. See, you gotta let go and let God. Don is stupid. He is so stupid. I saw that Jake Atlas had a match and he said he won. Was he lying? Absolutely not. Jake Atlas beat LA Knight tonight clean, fair and square. So it's a good way to kick off Pride Month with Jake Atlas getting another W. Hopefully he can get W's after Pride Month. I'm just saying, Jake Atlas is a very good superstar, very good wrestler. He doesn't have any problems. He's not problematic. Quite frankly, no shade to Kushida, but he had a very good mini rivalry with Santos Escobar, and he definitely could have gotten that title from him or Jordan Devlin if Jordan Devlin got it back. They decided not to give it to Devlin. I just want Jake Atlas to get a little bit more traction than what he's been getting, and he shouldn't just get it during Pride Month. That's my assumption. Do you think Frankie is going to be Raquel's last challenger? No. I think that the way Raquel's championship reign is going to come to the end is going to be because of Dakota. Dakota's going to cost her title. She's going to get mad. They're going to fight. And eventually one of them is going to get sent up to the main roster, if not both of them.
Hey, y'all.
I lose this giant rhino head, and I'm going to have to do one specific trip where it's the only thing in the trunk.
Wait, who was that?
A mess.
Who was talking?
Okay.
Oh, that's Dawn. Oh, it's Hiram.
Oh.
What?
Hey.
Okay. Santos got pancaked during that match. I felt so bad. I don't. He involved himself. He should have kept his ass in his chair. He wouldn't have got smashed. Problematic pass, Jordan Devlin versus Jake Atlas would have been good. Even though he's problematic, he did get a chance to get that title back. If they would have given it to him, them dropping it to Jordan Devlin, dropping it from Devlin to Jake Atlas would have been fine by me. If anything, I would have relished in that. I just feel like Jake Atlas should get more than just a win during Pride Month.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought they was
He
gonna make
deserves more than that.
Yeah.
All right. Any more questions before Hiram gives his music report so I can go?
Well, this was a requirement.
You didn't do it?
No, I did do it.
Oh, the
Turn
sun.
the fan off, please. If I can hear. Jake Atlas finisher is fire. Jake Atlas is just a good wrestler overall.
Yeah.
He's just a good wrestler overall. So I right off don't understand. Sometimes I don't understand how they're booking and why they book certain people over the other. I do understand that Jake Atlas lacks in personality. So that could be a factor with him.
Yeah.
But I think with him being young, he can, adjust and learn.
I'd be so confused.
No, I had to do a report on Sierra and Janet. Janet is
No,
being
he
fired.
chose to do a report on Sierra. I didn't tell him that.
No, they told me in the
Sierra.
comments.
The report was supposed to be on Janet Jackson.
What year
I
were
didn't
you
say
born
anything
in?
on Sierra. I told you yesterday. I don't need to report on Sierra.
Hiram, what year was you born in?
Well, people in the comments asked me to do it.
What year
Do
were
you
you
see
born?
Kaylee Ray coming up after she?
I was born in 2006.
You don't know about Sierra?
No, he doesn't know her. He doesn't know her.
What?
I already got torn up yesterday. Can we leave that there in the past?
No, because I ain't say nothing about it because I wasn't here.
Ha! Do you see Kaylee Ray coming up after she loses next week? Maybe. It depends on what Kaylee Ray wants to do. If Kaylee Ray loses next week and she ends up leaving NXT UK and she goes to NXT, then that's cool. You'll have another big juggernaut of a former champion in Kaylee Ray, longest reigning women's champion across the board in WWE, period. That's a massive move for her to go to NXT, and most definitely she would probably be immediately put in title contingency specifically for her title reign. So
that would be big.
And I wouldn't mind that because I like Kaylee. So I don't know about how he came up, but I'm jealous. He's talking about his finisher. Okay. Did he do it? Did he do it all? Did he do it all the way? You talking about his Booker, his report?
No, he got to have a piece of it today.
I didn't ask for no Sierra report, so I don't understand. I've already told him yesterday that the Sierra part was not necessary.
Somebody needs to know about Sierra, but you need to know about Sierra.
But Gargano lacks personality too, and they gave him the moon and the stars. So here's the difference between Gargano and Atlas. Gargano had, if you look at it from a perspective of the way that Gargano was introduced as a singles competitor, that's why he got the push he got. The matchup between him and Ciampa is what gave Gargano his launching board. He was their ultimate baby face. He wasn't like Bayley was, where Bayley was just really all around nice, no matter who she went up against. Gargano would most definitely get down in the dirt if necessary. Going up against a heel like Ciampa, it catapulted him, and they did that on purpose to build up Gargano. It was very smart. The difference is Atlas doesn't have a counterpart to build him up yet.
Yeah.
And Gargano does have a personality. You may not like it, but he does have one. There isn't much to Jake Atlas other than his wrestling. At least that's what we've been shown. So until he shows something else or he's given the opportunity to do that, my assessment of him will be that he's a great wrestler, true, but he doesn't have much personality or character that will catapult him forward like they did with Gargano. Comparable, Gargano is very much like Daniel Bryan. To me, Daniel Bryan doesn't really have much of a personality. It's always about him being the ultimate underdog and fighting his way up to the top. That's not a personality. That's a character trope. There's a difference.
If he
He
was
gains
watching,
personality when he has his villain or his heel personas, when he becomes very arrogant and he acts self-righteous as if he knows everything. Those are personality traits, and unfortunately they're ugly personality traits, but they're personality traits nonetheless, which means he can exhibit some personality. He has the ability to do that. We haven't seen that from Atlas yet.
I won't say that. Only thing that bothers me about Johnny is that he's still there. I feel like he's gotten too big for NXT. But for the most part, I do enjoy his matches. I couldn't say that he ever had a stale match.
No.
If you've been watching him, like if you've been a fan of him, and you've been watching since he came in and he was in the tag team with Ciampa, that story's been telling for a minute. It actually kind of started at the 205 tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And then, a little bit down the line, then it kind of fell out, which that's what put Johnny on the map for real.
Yeah.
Both of them, actually.
It gave Cross his historic heel run. Well, it gave Ciampa his historic heel run, and it gave Gargano's his superhero face character. So it benefited both of them.
Christian Cavanaugh showed up and showed out tonight. Yes, he always does.
I haven't
I did
heard
not
that
watch
song in
NXT.
forever. They better jump across the takeover. So they changed Casanova's name from Casanova to Carmelo Hayes.
I like it.
So his name is Carmelo Hayes, and he had a very good performance today. It was fast, it was hard hitting, and Kushida and him kept up. Now they only had one little hiccup, and that was in the beginning. They was trying to do something, and Kushida slipped off. It was a minor botch. If you weren't paying attention, you wouldn't have seen it.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, the whole match was clean. Everything was fine, and you'll see that Carmelo's money. Like he's gonna be great if they give him the red carpet treatment that they should.
It's scary. He looked like one of my calls.
One of your what?
One of my
One of your
creative.
calls
Yes.
from the video game?
Yes.
Lord have mercy.
I'm telling you, I be creating people. They be popping up.
Okay.
My hands is magical.
You're a hot mess.
I'll send it to you. You be like, wow, that's crazy.
So I'm gonna let Hiram do his thing, and then I'm gonna be out.
All right. Sierra Princess, which I did not know that was her name. Sierra Princess Wilson is an American singer, songwriter, dancer, and model born in Fort Hood, Texas. She traveled around the world during her childhood, eventually moving to Atlanta, Georgia, where she joined the girl group Hershey. I believe that's how you say it. Here's some awards that she has won: MTV Video Music Award for Best Dance Video, Lose Control. Grammy Award for Best Music Video by Losing Control. Best Hip Hop Video. I mean, that's the Best Hip Hop Video MTV Award. And this is one important one. She won the 2008 Billboard Music Award for Woman of the Year. And she's also known for her music, her recent popular music video "Level Up," and it has turned into a trend where you see on TikTok by people doing obstacle courses, and they basically level up and keep on moving on, or you see the dance challenge of Level Up, which was performed by many artists and Sierra herself.
He
says pronounce her.
So that's my report on Sierra. So I do know what Sierra is.
I am like Raven Simone. Okay.
Well, Sierra also was called the princess of R&B once by Jazzy Faye.
Mhm.
Jazzy Faye used to produce her music. If I recall, he produced the first album.
Yeah.
I don't right off remember if he produced the second one, but I know he produced the first one for sure. I think she left Jazzy Faye and started going with other producers, which I was glad about because her second and third album were fire.
I like that
Um,
album.
she had several hits. So Sierra had her first hit, first couple of hits, which was One Two Step, Goodies. She had a song on that album called And I, but it wasn't a big hit like Goodies and One Two Step was.
Oh, it was a good hit.
Oh, was one of the
Oh
biggest
was
ones.
another hit with Ludacris.
Mhm.
Then she had the album that had Promise on it, Get Up,
Like a boy.
Like a Boy was on that album, and
That's another
Promise and Like a Boy were her biggest hits on that album.
Mm-hmm.
And then she had the song that was on Step Up, the soundtrack. And then Sierra kind of,
She had a good time. Nice little run.
yeah, she kind of stopped. You know, she
It was that last.
she had
one she put
some
out.
features. She was featured on a lot of people's stuff. She was featured on Lil Bow Wow's song. She dated him for a little while, and then he cheated, you know, with a stripper. So she broke up with him. She had a song called what is it called? I Can't Leave Him Alone with 50 Cent.
Mm-hmm.
She had a song called I Can't Leave Him Alone with 50 Cent. It was rumored that she was messing with 50 for a little while.
She was.
I don't know what 50 did, but she broke up with him too. It's a one and done thing with Sierra.
For real.
I mean, you fuck up once and sis is gone. Like
Did she have a white man at some point too?
Yeah, I don't remember. Wait, did she? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but there's a lot
After
of
that, Sierra started to model a lot. During that time, her early days, she was South Pole. It was you ain't never heard of South Pole. South Pole is old school street fair.
I need to have a 2000s party.
Yes.
South Pole. Go
2000s
get me
party
some,
next year, Jerry.
some 3XL clothes. And my
Jerry.
Nikes.
We can have a
What's
3000s
3XL?
party for our wedding anniversary next year.
Party.
Like a 2000s party? Are you serious? Do you know that would knock all them jersey dresses and fucking
Jersey dresses
and Melissas.
Everybody walk in and play last.
throwbacks and just jerseys, period.
Facts. That shit would be we doing that shit. Anyway, so
Can I be invited?
No. You better remember the 2000s.
so she had a couple hits, but she started to slow down after that album with Like a Boy and Promise on it. After that,
She had a
Sierra
dead
didn't put
album.
out music for a little while, and then she put out that album where she looked like a superhero on the cover. What was the name of that fucking album?
Don't matter. Don't nobody listen to it.
Oh, Shady Boots. She had
That was
a song that came off of that album called Go Girl.
It was that.
It had T-Pain on it. She also had
Like
the
a
song
Virgin,
with Justin Timberlake.
Love, Sex, and Magic.
That's the song. Thank you.
I like that song.
She then didn't do anything after that album, and then she had a couple singles that she dropped. Ride came out.
That was another album. Let me go look at it. Hold on.
Ride was on a different album, but it dropped. Shit.
Let's go see Eric. Let
me look. Because I swear she dropped the single Ride first, and then the album came out.
Okay.
I didn't even listen to that album.
It was Basic Instinct. That's what that was.
That's the name of the album. I didn't like Basic Instinct.
I liked a couple songs off.
Okay, so Sierra's first album was Goodies. It came out in 2004. Evolution came out in 2006, which is like a boy and Promise, and that song Get Up is on. she didn't have she had an album in between there, but it didn't do well. So Basic Instinct came out in 2010. Fantasy Ride was the name of that album that I mentioned, where she's like a superhero on the front.
Mm-hmm.
That one is the one where the Justin Timberlake single is on, and she had the song
Like a surge. You talking about the Fantasy Ride?
Never Ever.
I don't remember that song.
You don't remember that song?
I probably have to hear it, but I don't.
Hold on.
Let me put that on my phone. Love, Sex, and Magic. Yes. Oh yeah, I remember that song. Turn it off.
Yes. Okay.
I ain't like
That's
that.
Never Ever. She had Never Ever and Love and Sex and Magic. Those were the two singles, the lead off singles, and then she had Go Girl. Go Girl dropped first because I remember the music video coming up on MTV and I watched it. I wanted that song so bad. And when I bought that album, it was not on there. I was pissed because they came out with the deluxe version and they wanted me to pay $15. And I said, bitch, I paid $13 for this one. And you didn't mention a deluxe album. I'm not paying for this. I just went to LimeWire and downloaded it for free. I boosted it. So
I think two songs out there was good. It was Ride and Give Me That. And that was it. That was the only two she promoted. After that,
she got Me Good, Ride, and then that was on the Basic Instinct album. Then she dropped Beauty Marks in 2019. Jackie dropped in 2015. There was only one song on Jackie that I liked. Was Dance Like We're Making Love.
You skipped Sierra.
No, I didn't.
That's when Body Party came out. That's when she was hot.
I skipped that one.
She had that song with Nicki.
Yeah, because I mentioned it yesterday. Okay, so I did skip it. My bad. I'm Out was the Nicki single off of there. Then Body Party and Body Party was the biggest hit off of there.
Yeah.
It was I'm Out and Body Party.
A lot of babies got made to that song.
I like that song, I'm Out. That song, I'm Out, is fire. In 2015, she dropped Jackie, and that had the only song I liked on there was Dance Like We're Making Love.
I only like that bit.
I love that song, Dance Like We're Making Love.
Yeah, sure. She'll probably drop something next year and it'll be a hit.
She dropped Beauty Marks in 2019. Level Up came up in 2018. And then, she dropped others. She got a song out now with Esther Dean. It's called Rooted. It came out in 2020. It's Afrocentric.
Y'all just said that was nice.
And she had Greatest Love in 2019.
She had Melanin in that was 2019.
That's the song Rooted, right?
No. Rooted is something different. It's another one that's got Melanin. Yeah, Sierra cool. She cute. She could dance.
She was pregnant when she did the video for this song, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, that's Sierra. I ain't asked Hiram to do Sierra. He did that on his own.
Are you a fan of Remy Ma?
No.
Who?
Remy Ma, the gun lady.
No.
I don't know who that is.
You don't need to.
Honestly, Remy Ma wasn't as famous when she went to prison, so I don't understand why people thought when she came back she was gonna be some monster powerhouse. I didn't understand that at all. When she left, she didn't have no traction, and when she came back, she didn't gain anything either, which speaks to the point that I was making when she was in prison. They're like, well, Remy Ma get out, she gonna shut Nicki down. How? She had to even start to begin with. She never did. Stop it.
People probably felt like she had to set off as Little Kim because she was in the terrorist.
I think she also dated an NBA player, Amari Stoudemire.
I think so too.
Spelled his name wrong. You gave him extra letters. Stottlemyre.
It's like Statmeyer.
It's Stottlemyre. It's STAUDEMEIR. I want to say.
Estadine is a good
Actually, you
single.
know I can't spell.
I'm not sure. It's
Estadine.
something close to that.
I
Anyways,
remember Estadine dropped a song with Chris Brown. Drop it, little girl. Ah, taking it back.
Remy Ma's not a good rapper. I'm sorry.
All I've ever heard was Sheether. I liked it. Not you like Sheether. That long ass.
Sheether was whack, and a lot of people thought it was dope, but
She didn't say nothing.
she didn't say anything new in it.
And
Everything
Nikki
she
cleared her
said,
after that
we
on
all
3
knew.
songs.
Hey, Kenny. Oh, you figured it out.
Hey, Kenny.
What was? Vinyls are better than CDs. If you've never heard of vinyl, you just the sound of a vinyl, it just hit different.
You know, it gets me sometimes that when I was growing up, I was in the time of crossing over from old school stuff to technology. Like I remember being in preschool and listening to, kids songs on vinyls. Then I also remember cassette tapes and CDs. So it was a nice little time period, the old and the new.
I have a collection of vinyls. Oh, good. I found my old i9 sports car. What the hell is that?
Beats me.
What is that?
But what you learn about Miss Janet Jackson?
He haven't done that one yet. And Tears are supposed to be around.
I have done a little research on Janet Jackson. Let me find a paper.
If you say that she Michael Jackson, you out. I don't want to hear that that she's the sister of Michael Jackson because we already know.
No, I'm trying to find my paper. Hold up. It was somewhere.
Reminds me of that skit Mad TV did. He said, "Whitney, you remember me? It's me, Randy Jackson. I don't know you. Tell Tito he owed me my money though."
The sound of Patsy Cline or Johnny Cash vinyl or the Dupree's vinyl. Kenny, you missed it yesterday. We was talking about all kind of shit yesterday when it came to music. Remember when Wendy Williams shaded Janet Jackson many times? She shades everybody.
Charles, Wendy would shade herself if she was a clone.
She do shade herself. Every time she come out there with her ass looking like that, that's shading yourself.
Wow.
Shit. Up there looking like a backwards P. The audacity.
When she walks, she looks like an R.
She just very much legs up Griffin. The epitome of legs up Griffin.
All right, I found the paper, so I'm gonna give you a good little review. So I did a little research on Janet Jackson, and it's for All For You video. It charted number 1. Oh, sorry, that's from water bottle. It charted number 3 in Europe. It also hit number 1 in the U.S. in the time it went out. The time the single went out. It was also an album. All for you. That was also the album name and her song name, part of the album. It also won the Grammy for Best Pop.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my little research I did today for Janet Jackson.
Okay, good. I'm gonna tell you put a pin. Hold on to it.
My question is, did you get to listen to any of her music?
Yes, I listened to All For You. It was pretty good.
Oh.
I like Time Flies.
He said pretty good.
Well, isn't it funny how time flies? I don't know why she put all that on there, but hey.
She looked like a 9. He actually took notes. Oh, Kenny. The last live that we was in, Hiram didn't know nothing.
Okay, because he said he
didn't like Janet because he said he listened to some of her stuff. He didn't like it. my assessment of that was he was probably listening to her newer music and hadn't really looked at her discography, which Janet Jackson is always ever evolving. She's always changing. So that leads me to believe that he just was a one and done. Listen to one, I don't like that. I'm done with it.
Okay, Janet.
Clearly was not a happy camper. So
don't do Janet Jackson.
That led to a whole fucking lecture.
Let me find my sticky notes because I was supposed to take notes on something else.
He's allowed to have his opinion. If he doesn't like Janet, I won't hold him to task for that. But of course, you know,
wait a minute.
Tears is not going to have comments? That. So
you think Beyonce off on music? Maybe that's your opinion.
And I believe I'm supposed to. And I believe Tira told me to cover Together by Janet Jackson. So
you believe what?
I did to him. I believe she told me to go over Janet Jackson's music video Together.
She said watch the videos because you might be more of a visual learner, and Janet has a lot of visuals in her videos. All her stuff is up on YouTube or Vivo. So you can watch it for free. So
I don't understand what you're talking.
Let me see if I can open this Zoom before people start getting into a fucking fist fight up and through here.
Okay, come on, Kenny. Kenny up here speaking facts.
That's some goddamn patience.
Kenny has said, I don't even like Beyonce, but you tripping.
Wait, what?
Beyonce is, I don't think she's falling off. I think she
just have
and everybody else do their thing.
Hell, when
you just evolved as a
the artist that she is, you make music when you want to make music. Hell,
that's the difference. I think a lot of y'all young men looking at her like, oh, she not making this party music no more. Beyonce is a grown ass woman with grown ass problems. Each
got 3 kids.
Got 3 kids you got to do, and all that she didn't put in her work where she can go years without making albums she don't want to.
I mean, that's facts though. Like,
hell, Rihanna has 2 think she ain't dropped shit yet.
Let's not talk about that big forehead bitch.
Ooh,
cause I'm gonna shoot her shit.
Oh my god!
I really don't have a problem with her not dropping music right now.
It's not even. I think it's the fact that she lied.
Well, that's different. I mean, if you like her old music, that's fine. You know,
I like all her music.
The whole live yesterday was us telling Hiram Google is free.
I told you I didn't have internet. I didn't have internet in literally till middle school.
No excuses, because I didn't have internet until I was in middle school, and that was when the internet was invented, bitch. So
how old is your mama?
We used to have dial-up.
Oh God!
And it's probably in the early 30s and her mid-30s.
Period.
And you don't know no
music. We had dial-up. If you was in the middle of downloading a game,
say that again.
I said in her mid-30s, you don't know music.
I do know music. I just
Nigga.
like I said yesterday, I was a little black kid.
What do we used to play? We played the games that everybody downloaded was that Zap game, wasn't it? What was it? It's Bejeweled was on there, and they had the Jewels of Anubis game on there.
Yeah,
Bejeweled. I'm about to cry,
honey.
That took me back. Oh, when they had the bootleg Super Mario on the computer.
Yes. Yep. That woman is a performer. That much is true.
Hollering. Who, Beyonce? Yes.
Jewels of Anubis.
Fucking Jewels of Anubis.
Hello, my grandma had
the bubble game. Jared.
Yeah. But I'm thinking about the fucking Jewels of Anubis collapse.
Jared, that's old.
It makes good music as much as I hate.
Puts on good shows and makes good music as much as I hate to admit it.
Come on, Kenny. Period. See,
Tip had AOL and AIM. You laughing and joking, but bitch, I did.
My grandma had ALO. Like, grandma. Like,
I
you
haven't
got
used my
mail.
AOL account in years. It should be
What's
deleted by
AOL?
now.
Ah, please be quiet. That was like
What?
the first. That was the first email address stuff.
When I was
Tip is the ASL era. Yes, yes, ma'am. Age, sex, and location.
Because had got used to get on my computer. He's like, "You've got mail." I'm like, "Grandma."
Kid, what artist do you listen to? Who you calling the kid, Jaden?
Right. Because I'm grown as
She
hell.
probably talking to me.
Yeah, I'm finna say something, and y'all probably gonna be mad as hell when I say it.
I'm need you
So-
to go ahead and type your fingers real fast. When you talk.
I'm just saying. When I say it, don't get mad.
Because
I'm just warning you.
Tiffany is grown as fuck, and I'm grown as hell. I don't know who the kid is.
Are you talking to Hiram?
I hope so.
I'm a teenager.
Kid.
I'm not kidding.
Okay, you can address him as Hiram. You don't have to call him the boy.
this ain't fucking God of War.
You don't have to call him that. You can call him Hiram. That's his
name
name.
Like,
His name is
His
Hyde.
name
like I
is
do have a
Hiram.
name.
Do you listen to Miguel? No, it took too
No.
long.
No, he doesn't.
Terrible.
Hiram did say yesterday that he listens to a lot of pop music. So and he said he has listened to Taylor Swift in the past, but he doesn't really like her new stuff, her new stuff. So
Last thing I got into is Reputation by Tay Tay, so I understand.
I don't like.
But you
Yeah,
gotta-
and they asked me, do I listen to Demi Lovato or Selena Gomez? I said I don't like.
yeah, I don't
Selena
like none of them
Gomez
hoes.
music.
I like Demi. Demi
But I
can
Selena
like-
Gomez
I like
can't sing,
Demi.
and Demi Lovato was batshit crazy.
she talking a bit too much for me right now, but I do like her music. I'm not gonna
Her
say
music
I don't
cute.
like her music. I like her.
That's cool for the summer song
I
was
like-
fire.
Yeah, her
I like-
R&B album
yeah.
was good.
Sorry,
You
Not
like what,
Sorry,
Hiram?
Cool for the Summer, Heartbreak. By Demi Lovato. That's the 3 songs I like.
I grew up on Shakira. What is that?
Avril Lavigne.
Juanes,
But I give
Avril
credit to
Lavigne,
Selena
Pink, and
acting.
Fall Out Boy. Oh, I used to love Fall Out Boy.
I love Avril Lavigne.
Oh my God, I used to love Fall Out Boy.
Avril Lavigne is that girl. Hillary Duff. Oh,
I don't know where Hiram went. He left, so maybe he'll come back.
but
Hillary Duff. I don't even like Hillary Duff TV show.
you didn't like Lisa McGuire?
No, the fuck, I don't like that.
Hillary Duff is cool. She the only one that ain't lose her goddamn mind.
Well, that much is true.
That's because never mind. I ain't gonna say that.
Her and her sister.
I wasn't listening to Willow Smith. She had me hyped. Willow Smith's new music fits her, so I'm okay with Willow stuff.
It looked like it fit her.
It fit her very well, and she sings it very well.
Oh, now Jaden
So,
Smith.
It
Jaden
had to
Smith
be
makes
cool
good.
for-
she sang her mother's music
it had
for
to be-
Mother's Day.
Yeah, that had to be cool for her mom.
She rewrote it and covered the song
Mhm.
from was it Wicked Sister or something like that?
so.
Her mother's band.
Yeah.
It was odd to see Jada Pinkett doing rock music like that.
Right.
I was like, girl, and had a whole tour with her husband. Everybody go in there to listen to Welcome to Miami, and they get a whole rock tour concert. I said, what the fuck kind of?
JoJo Siwa. Are y'all talking about JoJo Siwa?
No,
no,
honey.
baby,
Oh
no.
Oh my god!
It's not JoJo Siwa. There's another white woman named JoJo that sang R&B. She had a couple songs. She has a song called "Leave, Get Out." That song was her #1 single, and she had another one.
JoJo's last album she dropped a couple years ago was actually kind of fucking dope.
I didn't listen.
She
to
dropped
it.
the
The last album she came out with was kind of dope.
What'd you say,
Yeah,
Don?
I
She dropped
don't know who that
last
is.
year.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Every week, I'm just gonna send.
That's
you
okay. If you
albums to
know,
listen to.
I'm not mad at you knowing who JoJo is, because real talk,
JoJo
is
is a deep cut.
that's a deep cut.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know who JoJo is, that's okay.
But every week, I'm gonna send you.
You need new music.
I'm gonna send you an album every week. I need you. To
Don sent me a playlist.
Stat.
The playlist is so long that I can't download it on my Apple Music.
She gotta go song by song.
I have to go song by song, and even then, it will only let me download so many songs at a time.
How many songs is in that playlist?
Over
Like
500.
200. Oh, Over 500. That sounds about right. I got about 5,000 songs in my phone.
He had 5,000, but it wouldn't send the list. So he had to cut it up.
Damn.
And I said, Don.
Yeah, I sent my friend a list. It was like 200 songs. He said, it's a lot of songs. I said, I only made it to K.
Oh,
He said I
God.
only made it to K.
I only got halfway there.
But it's a good mix, though. The boy got good taste. I give him that.
Yeah, you gotta do your research. There's a lot of songs out there.
I wanted albums
Make
most.
the
Gerard is like one of my favorite people to mess with his playlist on his phone because he has his different from mine. And when you go on his phone, he has so many different artists. I just go on his phone sometimes and just look at his artist playlist. And I'm like, ooh, who is that? And then I'll just download it. Because he knows everything. I don't remember half the shit that be out. I be listening to Joe like every day, or I'll pull out an old Genuine album in a minute. And he like tip me at some point, you gotta let them go. No, I will never. How dare you?
I'll Shazam
Absolutely not.
real quick. If I'm watching
Feel
TV,
like a
if
lady.
this song come on, I'll Shazam it. Shazam!
Did Tay take his medicine?
I didn't give it to him. Sorry?
But yeah, you got to go and do your research.
Love JoJo.
I love
Mad
JoJo.
Love and the High Road. Oh, the High Road is my favorite. I love that.
But did I forget to mention I also grew up around Kids Bop?
So
That's
what? Kids Bop was
Kids Bop
renditions of real songs.
Yeah. They did
But-
R&B.
Terribly, but they did it.
But I'm a person that doesn't search up the artist or just
I
I just listen to music.
Did you watch Pitch Perfect?
No.
Oh Jesus.
Her label didn't
I
let
think
her
it's
release
perfect.
music for the longest time, and in 2016 she got free and dropped an album. Oh, I know you're talking about JoJo.
Yeah.
Okay. One got to go, Aaliyah, Brandy, and Monica. First of all, the fact that you would put all three of them in there and say one got to go is trash.
Yeah,
Okay.
'cause I hate to say it, but one is already gone.
One already
Monica?
gone.
What? Aaliyah? What are you talking about?
First of all, no. I'm not doing that. I'm not getting rid of none of them. Without Aaliyah, you would not have Timbaland or Missy Elliott.
Yep. And we wouldn't JT.
And you would have no album with Justin Timberlake. You would have no music from Nelly Furtado, which that's how Ariana Grande got that song that she has. That's Nelly Furtado's song.
You just won't
I don't like Ariana Grande.
Promiscuous Girl is the one she
I
sampled.
like Ariana.
And Monica, one of the greatest voices of our generation. How dare you?
And Brandy.
How dare you? And Brandy was the
Vocal
I mean,
vibe.
she was the original princess of hip hop and R&B.
Yeah.
The vocal Bible.
I mean,
Now Aaliyah made some cute songs, but let's be clear. Aaliyah was not a singer.
I disagree.
I don't think that girl could really sing for real.
I
Like blow. Like you put up against Monica and Brandy, I don't think she would match Monica and Brandy. Kids Bop did all the. Do you know about Mariah Carey?
Oh, why? Yes, I do.
Okay, I'm about to say.
Byron, you do be doing a lot of talking and not a lot of learning. Rico, you hateful as hell. The boy tried. Let him try.
I'm gonna need you to go do your research on one of the greatest girl groups of all time.
What was that, TLC?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do know TLC.
Do you know or do you know?
No, like, I know a couple of songs.
Aaliyah is you have to. Aaliyah would be, she would be what you would consider her at the time. She had one of the biggest albums of the year, and it was hot. That song, More Than a Woman dropped. She had Rock the Boat, and it was very popular. She died after the video came out. I mean, she hadn't even gotten back home and the plane went down. So she didn't get to enjoy the fruits of her labor from that album at all.
That's my favorite album.
And that album was fire. The whole album was. So
Yeah.
do I think that Aaliyah could have been great? Yes.
Absolutely.
When Don says she's not a singer, he means she's not a belter. She's not someone who's gonna be. You can't go note for note with Monica. She's not gonna be able to go toe to toe with Monica like that.
Yes.
Like, but Aaliyah can sing. She's a soft singer. She's not someone who is like, you know how you go to church and if you don't go to church, most of the time when you want someone to resonate with you, to give somebody some feels, you put a power singer on for solo to sing before the pastor will sing, to preach. That's to get the church in the mood for what's getting ready to come. Aaliyah's not a power singer. She's just a singer. And she had amazing vocals though. But there is a difference in the type of singing that she did. So that's what he means. I tend to think they all can sing, but it's levels to it.
I believe Alicia Keys can sing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, she can sing, but it's just after
the Diary of Alicia Keys, I didn't.
Girl on Fire was her downfall. After that,
I think her albums. The Diary of Alicia Keys was one of her greatest works for me.
Yeah,
I love that album.
I like, which one did she drop in like 2008, 2007?
That one with Blended Family on it. No, that was
the one that had No One.
Hold on, I actually like that album.
That was one of it. Was As I Am.
Peep taught me anything is that sometimes cyberbullying is necessary.
Who? What?
Do a peep.
Cyberbullying is necessary.
Oh yeah, that girl stepped her game up.
What do you mean?
Because she had this performance, I think last year or a couple years ago, where she was just twisting her little hips out, just twisting, threw her hand out there. And everybody was like, girl, what the fuck is you doing? That's not
the Element of Freedom. Was that the one?
As I Am. The Element of Freedom was all right.
Unthinkable is on that album. I love that song.
Yeah, Unthinkable was on that album.
And that video for Unthinkable,
it was a good song. Alicia Keys, was a little upset because Beyonce outsang her.
Are you talking about Alicia Keys?
Yeah. Do you even know Tina Marie?
He don't.
Oh, that's going too far back.
There is a correct answer.
He don't know.
If he don't know JoJo, I guarantee you he don't know Tina Marie.
Fire and Desire.
And then you would have to know Rick James. I'm Rick James, bitch. You have to know Rick James in order to know Tina Marie.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Just saying.
Wait, what's the other one say? What did Rico say?
I'm sorry? I'm building Hiram's character. No, you're not. I don't think Alicia Keys can sing. You mean you don't think she can sing?
Alicia can sing.
Alicia Keys can't sing. I just told y'all it's levels.
It's levels.
She can sing.
Alicia Keys can sing.
I'm talking Square Biz to you, baby. Square Biz is a fire song.
I'm talking Square Biz to you, baby.
Square Biz. Love that song.
Square Biz.
Yeah, I'm gonna open it now.
Yes.
I'm telling you, Art.
As soon as I get done with this, I'm gonna shut it down.
I have to love my parents.
But yes, you got to go back and listen to some songs.
You got to explain that because
of course.
Some albums. I'll send you an album every week.
I think that's a good idea. Donnie's pretty good at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Just so you, because it ain't nothing like this. Like this new school R&B is okay for the most part.
It ain't shit.
It's just hard to pick out who really fits your soul. Like
because everybody's singing the same thing.
Yeah, like Ari Lennox, she sing to your soul. Jasmine Sullivan sing to your soul.
She do.
It's very far fetched that you find somebody that can sing to your soul, like
especially men.
Or even fit a vibe that fits to your soul.
Except for Giveon. Okay, Giveon,
child.
Black,
Giveon Black, Mally Music.
Gallant is great.
Gallant.
Mally Music is good.
Ro James.
Gallant
Ro
is
James.
good.
Ro James.
Brent Fayez is good.
Her is good. I love her.
Her is good. SZA is good as well.
SZA get on my nerves, but I will listen to her music.
SZA, because when she be typing, it be getting on my nerves. I'm like, girl,
she real. She real emotional, and then she be lying.
She make good ass music,
but she do.
I think Control made it to the charts.
I like
topped again last year.
People will put him in that soulful R&B category for me.
I don't like the new school R&B, and I'm tired of trap R&B.
I say, sir.
I don't like trap R&B either. Like Rod Wave is not my thing.
Oh, I do like Bryson Tiller though.
Bryson Tiller is cool. I
like Bryson Tiller.
But Rod Wave is a no for me. Anybody else that fall under Rod Wave, it's just nah.
Sir is dope. I like Sir.
I
like
Sir has that song that he did the John Redcorn. Is that the name of the song?
John Redcorn, yep.
I love that video.
I think he did a song with I think he did a song with Kendrick. I think it's called Let My Hair Down.
And Miguel is a good one.
Oh, I love Miguel.
Gerard call him Baby Prince.
He reminds me of Prince.
He do have reminisce Prince, but not no more. He used to.
Like, especially his first couple of albums. I mean, his biggest single when he first came out was Adorn. And then one of Prince's biggest songs is Adorn.
Yeah, I think he took his cues from the man upstairs.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Nothing is wrong with it.
But
I think he's evolved in terms of how he presents himself.
Yeah.
Which is what you're supposed to do.
And that's why I rock with him so hard. It's like, certain artists have a certain sound.
Yes.
All his albums does not sound.
They don't sound the same. And that's his issue with Chris Brown.
Let's not get into that right now. That pisses me off every time.
Okay.
Yeah, for Miguel. I can't wait till his next album. I don't think he dropped another next album though. Since he just dropped all that unreleased music he had. I said going to try leather. So can't read that out loud.
Oh.
Yeah, every week I'm gonna send you an album.
Okay.
Cause you gotta get into this soul. You gotta listen to these people sing your soul.
Okay. Go stream Doja Cat.
Yeah, you listen to Doja Cat?
Yes.
Okay.
Unpopular opinion, I think Chris Brown has more talent than Usher, but Usher is more versatile in his music. First of all, no.
You didn't disrespect Usher.
Without Usher, there'd be no Chris Brown. So, no.
Chris Brown ain't that great.
And Chris Brown's music does sound the same. He does produce music that is the same. There is no reason for you to produce a 45-track album and all of the melodies for every song is the same. And if your music is repetitive, that means you've run out of ideas and you need to go back to the drawing board.
Well, sit your ass down.
So,
or don't do no music at all.
Because when you pull out Usher's discography and you're listening to his music, when you look at how Usher's music has evolved and changed, it's not the same across the board for his albums. But Chris Brown's last 4 albums all sound the same. And I like Chris Brown's music, but his last 4 albums all sound the same. And these last 2 albums, Heartbreak on a Full Moon and Indigo were massive. And he could have split Heartbreak on the Full Moon up and put all them songs on Indigo. That's pretty much what he did.
The last 2 albums could have been broken up into 4 albums if you really thought about it.
And then who gonna listen to them? You could have just released them damn tracks for free as mixtapes.
Heartbreak on the Full Moon, when you include the deluxe.
I still ain't listened to Heartbreak on the Full Moon all the way through.
It's 52 songs.
I ain't touched it. I saw when I was like, okay, Chris Brown was dropping new out because he wouldn't say nothing. He just dropped when he
No,
the
and
album
then
coming out, and then I looked at it. I was scrolling, then I kept scrolling, then I kept scrolling. I said, oh no, I'm not watching.
what's the matter, Mom?
Wizard of Waverly Place was a good show.
Anyway, every time I think about Miguel, I think about when he did a split on that girl's head. That girl sued him, didn't she? She tried to.
He tried to, but he gave her money anyway.
But it was an accident. He tried to jump across the people, and he missed time to jump, and
Yeah, he shouldn't
hit
have.
her square in the head.
Chris Brown could go in a room and punch walls all by himself for all I care. That is that's off of his exclusive album with you.
Yeah, that's actually my favorite album.
I mean, I like some of his new music, but it's the stuff that he didn't release that I like. So I like the song he had with her. I like that song. And then too, it's also his music content. Like he'll have a dope track, and when you really listen to what he's saying, it's just all about fucking. And it's like, damn, like you don't know what real love feel like. You ain't never felt that before. I'm like, I'm gonna need for you to go talk to Joe or go talk to damn fucking
Well, hell, what?
Tank used to write your shit. Why you ain't just ask him? Like you what's wrong with you? Like why bruh. All these damn cheering you got. Shit. Anyways.
What is Square Biz?
Oh my god. It's a Tina Marie song.
Who's Tina Marie?
Jesus. Tina Marie is a very old school artist. Her biggest song is Fire and Desire with Rick James.
Fire and Desire.
But she is known for her song Square Biz.
Part of that Blue Eyed Soul category.
Yes.
Her and Michael McDonald.
Child, you got some homework to do.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna go. And we will probably come back on Thursday. And we can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about Thursday. We'll do Freestyle Thursday. And more than likely, we're going to have a debate about Dream Girls because...
We're going to have a debate. We're going to have some... Okay, I'll say this to cut it to start.
Did you say what's Dream Girls?
Yes.
Shut your ass up. Shut up. Be quiet.
Hiram, honey.
We're going to talk about that on Thursday.
I'll give you a hint. It's a movie. Okay?
That's been done like 3 times over.
It's a movie. So I would suggest you look it up.
But if you got Hulu, it's on Hulu.
It is.
I don't have Hulu.
Oh, well,
oh boy.
I will say this. Today, when I watched it for the first time in a long time, I watched it as a movie. Because when it came out, I was like 10, maybe? I don't remember. When it came out, I was younger, so I watched it as a Beyonce fan. And was very pleased with his performance. But watching it as a person to watch movies, I see why you want to beat her ass. I said, girl, you know you could have dissed that man at any point in time. Wrong. But we'll regroup on Thursday.
Yeah, because Beyonce was the villain, and I stand by what I said. So
she was like the sidekick.
she was the villain.
She was because
Wait,
she
are you
didn't know
talking about
like the
that
whole
movie when
time she didn't
Beyonce
know he was trying
be
to
with
kill
that white
somebody.
girl?
Huh?
Are you
No,
talking about
that's
that movie?
Obsession. Stop. Hiram, please.
Okay, we finna go. Y'all have a good
Making
night.
it
I will
bad.
talk to y'all till on Thursday.
Okay.